start recording. I should have started recording first. Oh, damn. I forgot to... I don't know if we'll be live on Facebook yet. I'm just putting the show. Because I forgot to... What are we, 161? Oh, man, I can't believe I forgot that. Yeah, I can. There. Should be going live now.
I'm looking at the still shot from last week. It says live video. It is slow tonight.
Yeah, it was too. Last week it was real slow. So let me share this. Find that Al from D-Town page. Share it to my Facebook real quick. And we will get show 161 started. We live. I like it. I hear us. So we're good to go, Evan. What is going on, bud?
Not very much.
Man, I tell you, it is Monday. What a beautiful day, too. It's a little warm, not too bad.
Yeah, it was perfect, but when you're not used to it, it is a little warm until you get acclimated.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I like it.
I do, too. A little breeze, so it wasn't, I think without the breeze, we would have, it would have been a little warmer. But there was a nice little breeze going through the shop, so it wasn't too bad. But anyway, welcome. It is Al from D-Town&Chili442 Show. I am Al. That, of course, is Chili. And,
Hello.
Man, thank you guys so much for checking out our show. We've been getting some nice views. We appreciate that. Wherever you listen, if you listen, come in, listen live, if you catch it, whenever. I'm glad you find us somewhat entertaining. I actually got a compliment last week that we made some people laugh. I felt pretty good about that.
Nice.
Yeah, we try not to be too raunchy, although there's some news stories coming up, Evan, that I don't know how. There's going to be some jokes made that just...
It's tough.
Yeah. I mean, this ain't for everybody.
No. And I know my audience, and I know it varies, so I have to watch myself. But I mean, that's the way it is, I don't need a call from mom that, that I said anything too obtuse or out of line or whatever.
Mom, listen.
No, she's been cool, so yeah I can't complain.
No, this is all in fun. We don't mean half the stuff.
Yeah.
That's why we don't use our real names. We use nicknames. This is our alter egos.
Yeah. Nobody knows who we really are.
Yeah. Oh, man. I had a fun weekend, man. I worked Saturday for a little bit, and then I got off work, and I was like, man, I'm going fishing. So I went fishing for a little bit, and then where I went, it was just so packed, and then the grass was growing under the water. And so you almost had to be in a boat to fish. It was almost impossible to fish from the bank.
Mm-hmm.
And so I left, came home. I think I mowed or something stupid. Got up Sunday, was like, man, I'm going to go fishing again. So I went down, started to head down, and then a buddy of mine called and said, "Hey, what are you doing today?" And I was like, "Well, I was gonna go fishing." He was like, "Man," he's like, "Won't you come down? We'll get on the side by side. I'll show you some backwoods." I was like, "Okay." So I did that, and man, I had so much fun, dude. I needed that. If you don't know, Decatur isn't a big city. It's what at one time I think we got over 100,000.
No, I mean it may have, Decatur itself may be of like 80,000, but if you include all the areas around it, kind of Mount Zion and all that stuff, then you'd maybe be at 100. But I don't
Yeah.
think Decatur. I wish it, but I don't think it ever got that big. But
Okay. Well,
now
now
it's
it's
probably down to like 65 or 70.
yeah. It might even be lower than that. But so I mean, it was a not a big city. We didn't have any skyscrapers or anything. I think our tallest building was like maybe 7, 8
State
stories.
Staley building.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. And then, so I always kind of grew up like with people that fished and shit like that. So I was always in the woods. And man, I feel comfortable there.
It's a great place to being out in nature, period. I mean, you know me, I used to like to come home every day, grab the mountain bike. We lived where Al and I lived in Decatur. We were 1 block from Fairview Park. You take the bike trail from the Fairview Park out to Rock Spring Center, and then you've got nature dirt
Oh,
trails.
that was fun.
And that's why I just loved every day get off work, go out there and just be with the trees and stuff. And it's good for you.
Yeah,
Fresh air, good oxygen,
man.
and
It does something to your soul, too. It's like, yeah, I mean, I know I did have my phone with me and I took some pictures, but I made sure, like I wasn't like live streaming and shit like that because, I mean, I like those pictures because I like to put them on my work computer. So it'll be like, okay, I need to hurry up and get this week done so I can go do that shit again.
I'm with you. Yeah, anytime you can bond with nature. I haven't had really a pet in years, and now we got these chickens.
Yeah.
So I got 7 little pets. They're little dickheads. But man, just going out and just holding a chicken and just being out and outside, it feels good. And now it's like, oh man, I'd like to have more. I want more. They say chicken math. It's like anything else.
Yeah.
Oh, we're just gonna have 8. Well, 8 turns into 20. Plan ahead. No, but just it's like more chickens, more animals. I just would love to have a farm, and that's a ton of work and that's a ton of expense. But just yes, doing this with chickens, raising some chickens and integrating them, and the last week and a half has been entertaining. It's been easier than I thought. These chickens, man, they go to bed on their own. That's what's really neat. And both times, the first time I put our two large chickens out, it was right at bedtime, right before we did our show 2 weeks ago, and locked them in there the next day. And then on Wednesday morning, let them out real early, and they were out all day. And then that night, they're just kind of wandering around, and I'm like, I wonder if we're distracting them. Let's walk away. So kind of walked away, and they kind of up the ramp into the house, and it was about dusk and everything. So I walked back and made sure they were in, and then a couple minutes later their automatic door shut. I'm like, rock on. And then every night after that, they've been in like a half hour before bedtime. They're like, okay, bedtime. They go on in. Half hour later, their door shuts. And it's like, this is too damn easy,
Yeah.
So I integrated the 5 young ones with the 2, and they are not having it. It's kind of not turf war, but they keep to themselves. The 2 keep to themselves, and the 5 keep to themselves, and they'll kind of bicker between. No real nasty fights yet, but they they talk about pecking order.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's a-
That's a real thing.
it, yeah, it's absolutely real with chickens. They the pecking order. And they just got to establish that. You just got to let them do their thing, and they'll figure out who's top dog, and so
Oh yeah.
I'm learning a lot, and I'm enjoying it. Good distraction.
Oh yeah, for sure. Anyway, Evan, we got a little weird and wacky news from around the world. Some of these, I was just reading the headline. Here, we'll start with this one. Woodpecker damages more than 20 vehicles in Massachusetts town.
Oh, woodpecker. Oh, I bet they could do some damage.
Man. So,
What's its deal?
an old lady, 82, said, "We seem to have a vandal in our neighborhood. I'm describing him as 18 to 24 inches tall, wearing black and white with a red hat."
Okay.
Grandma got her side mirror knocked off by a woodpecker. Man. Hey, I can't come in.
That's
I'm going to be late.
sometimes you have those crazy birds. Have you ever seen one? A bird that it will just sit there and fly at the rearview mirrors and shit down the side
Oh,
of the
man.
car. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That's nasty. My parents had one of those in their driveway all summer. You could not park in their driveway. If you parked on the street, you were cool, but if you parked in the driveway,
Oh, well,
the bird was you were gonna have to go to the car wash afterward because that thing would just sit and look at itself in the mirror and just shit down the side of the car.
Now where me and you lived, it was kind of by a duck pond. And like in the winter, at one time there was a tree that kind of blocked some of it, but once that tree got cut down, man, I'd wash my truck. I'd go out and there'd be a big old duck turd. You know, and that's not like a robin or a cardinal or something like that. There's some meat in those duck turds, man.
Yeah, and that really sucks because sometimes a year the birds eat berries and really acidic stuff, and if you leave it on there, it'll eat into the paint. It's like you got to get the garden hose out and blast it off. And I hate that.
We got a couple stories from down under, mate. Australian radio station secretly used an AI host for 6 months.
Man, how would anybody know anymore?
Dude, I mean, when me and Evan used to kind of run an internet radio station, and we actually, we like I had it where people could come on the computer in the studio and just start it. All you would have to do is get somebody to voice over, and they would have thought somebody was live.
Yeah, you just give it a standard weather report, and hey, and this is coming up from this one from Billy Joel. Remember this hit from '77? AI can do that crap and program into any voice you want. You could have Dolly Parton saying that, or you could have James Earl Jones. It's another job taken. AI is scary. Like I said, we're right on the verge right now. It could get it's toppling over.
No, okay. There's only one from Australia. There's some. We got some funky ass questions later. That Australia is one of them. An anti-piracy advertisement stole the font. They used the font without permission, Evan. It was pirated.
That's awesome. Copyright.
Here.
It means to copy. It's okay to copyright.
This guy deserves to be in jail, maybe even executed. Let's see what you think, Evan. Climber rescued twice from Mount Fuji after returning for his lost cell phone. You don't get to live anymore. Okay, maybe execution is a little is a little tough, but you know what I mean. He should go to jail. Or at least have to pay for that. Look, I
Yeah,
can.
I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, and you know what? If climbing a mountain's your thing, okay. But no, I don't want to use my taxpayer money. And I know we're not in Mount Fuji, so none of my taxpayer money went to it. But I still don't want to. I want to get a call, and they'd be like, "Hey Al, so and so's stuck in a tree," and I was like, "Well, how'd he get up there?" Nah, I don't send nobody. I think we should start judging that shit. Okay, how'd you get stuck up on that cell phone tower? Oh, I'm drunk and I climbed up it. Well, climb your drunk ass down.
Yeah, we'll put you at the
Click.
bottom of the priority list. We got people, other emergencies ahead of you.
Yeah. Grandma just threw
Please wait.
Grandma just hit the gas instead of the accelerator and now it's in the vegetable aisle in Walmart.
Yeah. Yeah, we got priorities ahead of you.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Wait your
dude.
turn.
Neighbors demand answers after rampant masturbation takes over Seattle Park.
Wait a minute. You were cutting out. I'm waiting for the to pop up. Neighbors demand. Oh. Oh, neighbors demand answers.
Yes. After rampant.
Man, get that guy out of the park. Yeah, you don't need answers. He just needs some result.
Well, let's see. Residents of a Seattle neighborhood are pushing for the city to do something to stop the alleged criminal acts. I won't say it again, but they said illegal act. They have sued the city. Can you really sue the city? And see,
Because, yeah,
yeah, that's taxpayer money. I don't want to pay for, they should be arrested.
yeah, you're gonna pay for that, and then they can put him in jail, and he's gonna be back out jerking off again, and he's gonna get arrested. It'd be a repeat offender. What a jerk off. Probably a
Oh,
homeless person.
Deb said the park had long been a safe place for people in the LGBT plus community to gather and enjoy the beach. And now a bunch of dudes came down, started.
Enjoy more than the beach.
Well, if that ain't a wiener. I did naked man arrested for breaking into, I don't know what a cram school is.
Cram school. Never heard of.
Oh, it's in Japan. Naked man arrested for breaking into cram school, also involved in traffic accidents, Evan. Let's see what this
I can see
crazy
that.
let's see what this crazy joker did. A naked man arrested on suspicion of breaking into a cram school in Saka City on Monday night is also suspected of being involved in a number of traffic accidents in which one person was killed and 6 people injured. Ooh.
Oh no.
Man, look, if you're going to commit crimes, don't do it naked. You're going to be easy to find. Because people are going to point you out. You can't just blend in when you're butt-ass
True.
naked.
Yeah, you're always going to be the naked guy in
Yeah.
the crowd.
I don't know.
Man, I bet that did cause some traffic accidents in Japan, because I've been to Japan and everything is pretty low-key and quiet there. They pretty much by the rules, everything.
Yeah.
It's not something that probably happens quite often.
No.
I mean, their police aren't prepared for it. We walked by in their, I don't know if there were a police station, but there were police like scooters, and they're like those little 50cc scooters. That was their police vehicles. Like, I don't think they're really intending for anything major to go down.
Dude, this guy, later on around 9 p.m., all this shit was happening like at 6:30 p.m. Later on at 9, he's still naked. He steals a taxi. The male driver in his 60s had 2 passengers in the back seat. When the taxi stopped at an intersection, Nishimura dragged the driver out of the vehicle while yelling, "I'll kill you," and assaulted him. Then stole the taxi with the passengers still inside.
Where are you headed, folks?
Oh, man. Yeah, so he is in jail, Evan, and probably gonna
Yeah.
remain there.
I wonder what his deal was. I wonder if just going crazy or something. I don't know. They will take care of that.
Listen, man,
Their jails are pretty nice. I've seen videos. I would rather eat in the jail cafeteria than I would at any fast food restaurant in this country. Like they take food preparation serious no matter who you are.
damn.
I'm serious.
All right, Evan. We're gonna give a little PSA. All right, sharks and shit, they're cool to look at. Keep your ass on YouTube. Watch them that way. Don't go and do stupid shit like these people. I guess these sharks come in the Mediterranean like every, spring, start of summer, late spring, start of summer. They will come in and feed. People started going out and swimming with these fucking sharks until one of them disappeared. And then now they're, I guess mad at the sharks. It's a wild, it's a wild animal.
Yeah. That shark didn't go crazy. That shark went shark. Yeah.
It doesn't, look, that shark has no idea you gave your change to help the local animal shelter. He doesn't give a shit.
Kids at home.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah. You play with fire, you're going to get burned. I think these days they call it F around and find out.
Yeah.
I think that's what the young kids say.
It says people flocked in large numbers to the beach during a week-long holiday, sharing the waters with dozens or more sharks. Some tugged on the sharks' fins while others threw them fish to eat.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Go swim with the alligators next.
They have not found the man. I don't see.
No, they won't.
Yeah, I think he's
he
in
didn't
the
just
belly. Yeah. I think he's in the belly.
Yeah, you can go ahead and dredge the bottom all you want there.
The beaches remain closed at this time if you were thinking about going to Israel and hanging out on the beach. China hosts world's first half marathon race between humans and robots. It's coming, dude. I'm telling you what.
We're going to start competing with robots.
Fucking Terminator is happening. If I had the name Sarah Connor, I'd be freaking shit right now.
If you were to go back 10 years or 5 years and somebody said, okay, listen, what's going to happen in the close future? Men are going to start competing in women's sports, and robots are going to start competing against men. You're like, what the hell?
Yeah, you're high.
And yet here we are.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Oh, dude. The world is a scary, scary place right now. I'm glad
they program in like good sportsmanship into the robot. Like if the robot loses, he doesn't go crazy with his flamethrower.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Now I'm telling you, that's how Terminator started, dude.
I agree. We're playing with fire.
Yeah. Anyway,
F
Evan,
around,
we got some lists, but before we get to any of our lists, we're gonna finish news with our bozo criminal of the day. Evan, this one comes from Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma.
Yeah. Well, it's another naked guy, Evan. Your favorite ones. Where once again we have a bozo who has somehow managed to misplace his clothes. Police were called to a report of a disturbance at a local hotel at 2:40 a.m. Didn't take much investigation on this one as the cops arrived. Our bozo was standing naked near the front desk.
Drunk?
Perhaps not wanting to place himself in a weird position, our bozo refused a command to kneel and be handcuffed. The taser was brought out and he was taken into custody. Hotel employees said he was fully clothed, then he burst in before stripping down and demanding money. He's been charged with first-degree robbery, Evan. You cannot go in and rob a place with your penis.
No.
No, that's considered first-degree robbery.
I don't know. Maybe they think it's some kind of strategy. If I was a cop, I wouldn't want to have to like wrestle down a naked dude.
No.
You know what I mean?
Because you know the other cops are going to be like, you know you liked it.
It's your turn, rookie. Damn it.
Oh,
Been on the force 1 week. Got to wrestle a naked guy down.
Yeah, that's horrible, man. I moved my chair, So yeah, there's your weird and wacky news and your bozo criminal of the day from our buddy Dave Moreland at bozocriminal.com. I've actually sent Dave an email and got a reply not long ago. Said thank you. I told him we shout out his website to some people and he appreciated it. So yeah, the bozo criminal of the day is not something me and Evan do. We didn't write it or anything, so we can't take credit for that.
No, we're not investigative journalists.
Fuck no, that's too much work. Where do I want to go? Evan, these are 25 facts and statistics to share with your next awkward family dinner.
The next family dinner.
Yeah, it says awkward family dinner at that. Here it is. There is a fence in Australia that stretches the equivalent distance of London to New York.
Oh, man. How far is that?
I don't know.
MapQuest, like, you want to go where to where?
Yeah. 95% of the ocean and 99% of the ocean's floors remain unexplored.
I'm sure. That's a lot of surface out there covered in water.
Dude, I'm telling you, there's cities under there. Because the Vatican has 2.3 popes per square mile. Not now.
Wait a minute.
I don't know.
2.3 popes per square mile.
Yeah, aren't those cardinals? Aren't they actually like... Because he's got like an army of them dudes.
Like the black pope and the gray pope?
Well, the black and red. They wear the black and red. In the U.S., if you graduate high school, get and keep any job and don't have a child out of wedlock, you have a 75% chance of being in the middle class and a 98% chance of living above the poverty line. Well, fuck that. I'm a little late on all that.
Basically, you said don't have kids. Is that what that said?
Yeah, I think
Don't have
so.
kids and you might survive. If I heard that right, if my ear interpreted it correctly. Yeah.
Oh, man. 99% of the wild African gray parrot population has had disappeared since 1992 solely due to the illegal trapping for the pet trade.
Hmm.
Um, what is it? Indian and Nepalese vulture populations have declined by 99% since 2000 due to, oh my God. Some kind of poisoning in the air, Evan. I ain't so. Diclofenac.
It's hard for me to.
Yeah.
I'm, I'm waiting for it to pop across the screen so I can.
I don't know.
You got me.
You have a better chance at winning the Powerball jackpot than dying of a shark attack. Bullshit. Go to go to that beach.
They're both pretty rare, but they do happen.
That's true. Man, I tell you what, I love water, but I respect it. And if I'm down like Florida or, Georgia, something like that, and I know there's alligators, I ain't jumping into no creek. Up here, I'm cool. We ain't got nothing that can really eat you.
No.
We got some shit that'll bite you,
Yeah.
but you ain't gonna. We got some big ass snapping turtles that'll put a hurting on a foot or whatever, but you ain't gonna die.
Yeah. Yeah. Good call. I agree.
In the year 8,000 BC, there were 5 million humans on Earth. There's no way
Wow.
they can prove that. Absolutely no way they can prove that. Could have been 10.
That seems like a lot back then, but 8,000 BC.
Whew.
How many resets have we had?
Shitload.
I don't know. That's a good question.
I think we're on the end of the reset. I don't think we'll see it. I think it's coming now. Within the next probably, I'd say 100, 200 years.
Next 5.
Yeah. I hope not. I got some shit I want to do. The Bible is the most shoplifted book in history.
That's crazy. That's
Just
awesome.
think,
That's crazy.
Hey, they steal that motherfucker, go home, start reading it, and then read one of them commandments, thou shalt not steal. They're like, fuck.
What have I done?
Yeah. I wonder how many people take
I'm
it.
already off to a bad start.
Yeah. The population of the world has doubled since the mid-70s.
Yep, that's true. That's why I was thinking 800 or whatever, so many million back 800 BC. That I was thinking, at the rate it grows, we've doubled in the last, but.
These are 25 facts to share at your next awkward family dinner.
The world's getting overpopulated.
There are more prisons than colleges in the U.S. Well,
really?
I'm going to tell you what, and I don't know why, and we got to bring these back, man. We can do it now and make it where these people are taken care of the way they need to. But we got to open up these asylums and shit, and maybe not call them asylums, but with caretaker homes or something. But man, we got a lot of people in prison that are mentally shouldn't
Yeah.
be in a prison. You know
Hmm.
what I mean?
And
And
we have a lot of people in there for non-violent drug offenses and stuff that is absolutely a drain on taxpayers, and it's not doing anything really good.
now,
Um,
look, I'm not saying I want to be lenient on crime or anything, but and some of these people that are the repeat offenders, that's when they need to go into a home until you can show, and
mhm.
you're gonna stay there, in this big ass building with a bunch of beds and shit until you can show us that. I just think we're putting a lot of mentally ill people in prisons, and that's not where they
Yeah,
should be.
yeah, they need to be somewhere, but not. I don't know. To me, prison should be for the violent people, you know, the major repeat offenders. We've got a lot of, the world. Our percentage of the world population, what, 5%? We've got 25% of the prisoners. Something's wrong.
Yeah. Among a random group of 23 people, there's a 50% chance two of them share the same birthday.
53 people.
23.
Oh,
There's a 50% chance two of them will share the same birthday.
really? 23 people, 50%. That's. Huh. Okay,
These are
that's a good one.
25 facts to share at your next awkward family. Greater Tokyo has a larger population than Canada. Eh? You don't say, eh?
I knew Tokyo was the biggest city in
You
the world,
Canucks
isn't it?
better
But
get to Canucking, if you know what I mean. Having some little Canuckers.
but that population beats all of Canada. Just
Yeah.
Tokyo.
Yes. Great.
Wow.
It says
Wow.
Greater Tokyo.
Okay.
So, that's probably taking the surrounding areas.
Yeah, gotcha. But wow, that's incredible.
Man. Yeah, you better quit drinking that maple syrup and get to Canucking.
They
Ma-
used to say that China, the people, per capita, will be the equivalent of everyone in the United States living in Montana. That would be the equivalent, the density. That's kind of scary.
California's water distribution system loses 228 billions of gallons of water annually. Enough water to supply Los Angeles for a year, and now the state has experienced a severe drought.
It loses it, huh?
Yeah.
They
They
better figure something out.
well, they dump it into the ocean.
That's not good,
No.
especially when you got fires.
Yeah. 15% of Google searches every day have never been searched before. This has been a trend for the last 15 years.
15% of them are brand new searches.
Yep.
Hmm. It's funny when you start putting something in and you see the common questions, pop up.
In 1988, 8 of the 10 largest companies by market cap were Japanese, and the largest company in Japan was bigger than the 6 biggest U.S. companies combined.
Wow. That's huge. I
Yeah.
had no idea.
Oh, dude, we do. I don't want to get started. A quarter of the children in the United States are overweight.
That's not surprising.
Dude, I tell you what, the older I get, I really try to watch what I'm putting in my body because I can tell the difference. Like, I came home from work one day last week and I just had a salad. I ate a big old salad and then went back to work. Man, I felt amazing. And man, you got to really watch what you put in your body, and especially your kids. Don't let your kids grow up on McDonald's and that
Yeah,
shit.
constant fast food. Yeah, I've
Yeah,
had before where
that's
I've eaten
horrible.
fast food and just afterward my stomach is just feels like blah, like
There's so
what
many
is this? I don't know what it is, but I'll process it anyway, kind of thing. But
there's so much chemicals and the preservatives and stuff like that that is not meant for your body, and it's not good for you.
I was watching a video just recently on TikTok where a guy got a McDonald's hamburger cheeseburger and set it on the corner like of the step going up to his apartment or whatever. And he's like, let's leave this for 24 hours. Let's see what animal takes this and runs. Next day, thing was spotless. All night, no little animal, nothing wanted anything to do with it. I'm kind of curious, and I want to get a hamburger from McDonald's, like throw it on my back patio, see if the squirrels or birds or anything will pick at it,
No, dude,
or if the chickens will even. Chickens they walk away from a lot of stuff, and sometimes I'm surprised. I'm like, man, I thought you'd like that.
dude, I know you remember me taking this picture of my garbage truck, and the bottom was full of maggots, and there was a
Oh yeah,
McDonald's cheeseburger there, and you could see like they circled it, like they didn't even want to get close to it. They got away from it. They were like, "We ain't eating that shit."
it's crazy. And okay, some animals they may not recognize as a food source, and then but some people are like, man, my dog would tear that up. My dog will tear up, or my cat will tear up a McDonald's hamburger. So I'm like, okay, well that throws that out the window.
Yeah.
I don't know. I had a buddy. He had a little dog, a little ankle dog, and he's like, my dog will not eat anything unless there's meat in it. And I've tried to trick him on different stuff, and he will not be phased. He knows if something has meat in it or not, and if there's none, he will not eat it. Some animals, man, they're
Yeah.
on it.
8% of people pronounce Wi-Fi as Wi-Fi.
Who?
I don't know who, but they deserve beat up.
I never heard that.
Wi-Fi. Man, hey, what's your Wi-Fi password? I'd be like, what? You don't even get it now. You
You
mean
have
Wi-Fi?
Wi-Fi in this restaurant? I don't know, but you're leaving.
Um, 1/3 of adults still sleep with a comfort object.
1/3 of adults,
Yeah.
like a teddy bear or something like that.
Yeah. I don't.
Really?
I don't believe that. Although I sleep, you know what? When I like go to school and shit, and I'm in that hotel, man, I miss them fucking dogs in the bed.
Yeah, I could see that.
That's
Yeah, you
my,
get used to that.
yeah. It's like, oh shit. Uh, when unable to tell the difference between a bone and a rock in the agricultural field, it is not uncommon to press it to one's tongue. If it falls, it's a rock. If it sticks, it's bone.
Did not know that. That'd be a good one at the family dinner.
Hey, ladies.
Stick your tongue to this. It might be my bone, or it might be a rock.
See if your tongue. Oh, man, I gotta quit.
Close your eyes. Stick out your tongue and close your eyes.
We
No,
collectively.
not at a family dinner.
Yeah.
Let me back up. This is not one for a family dinner.
Yeah,
Shit.
scratch that.
Yeah, I don't know what I was. This is just trying to be funny, and I'm stupid. I'm sorry, people.
Oh, man. We collectively, as a group of humans, receive about 1.4 billion robocalls per month.
Really?
And there you go, folks. 25 facts to use at your next family. No, actually, don't.
2024.
Yeah, we scratched a couple.
Mhm.
Oh man, that's a video. I don't want to see that. Damn, that was one of them I wanted to do too. 11 reasons. I bet you we could come up with this. 11 reasons people stop going out as they get older. We'll get some help from the chat.
I could fill in a bunch of them.
Expensive.
Can't see as well. It's cold. It's hot.
Yeah.
It's raining. It's snowing.
My couch ain't there.
It's sunny. It's not cloudy enough. It's too sunny.
My dogs aren't there.
There's people there.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of reasons not to leave the house.
Damn. Excuse. I mowed, and I got a little tickle in my throat.
Oh yeah, dust, pollen.
Yeah. Here's 11 things Americans do that puzzle even other Americans.
So we didn't go through that last list?
No, it's a video.
Oh.
That's why I said I bet you we could make ours. I think we hit 11. I think we hit about 25.
Don't leave the house. It's expensive.
Listen, and if you play in a band and you tell me, yeah, we go on after the main band, and the main band starts at 9 o'clock, I'm not going to see your band.
Yeah. If you go on at 11, that's interesting. I'm going to be 2 hours asleep by that point.
Yeah, and it's nothing against your band. I'm sure your band fucking rocks. But yeah.
I'm sure they rock the midnight hours. Yeah. I'm sure they do.
No, I can't do that shit. And I know there's people my age that do it. And more power to you. But man, I'd much rather be chilling in my own shit.
Yeah, I did that for a lot of years.
Yeah. I mean, to me, that's what young people do. But anyway, these are 11 things Americans still do that puzzle other Americans. Paper checks. Yeah, it's getting that
pretty
way.
rare.
Yeah, I think I have some checks in my safe. They probably got dust on them.
I think I was at Harbor Freight today, and they said they no longer accept checks there. Huh.
Yeah. Tipping for almost everything. Man, yeah, you almost feel pressured to tip. In some places, I'm like, yeah, I ain't tipping you. I went to like it's not really I guess it is fast food, but it's a step up from McDonald's. I ain't going to give them free publicity, but if they want to, sponsor the AlfromDtown&Chili442 Show, we'll give them big shout outs. They do got good cheese curds. So, I went to this, and I went in to get my order, and there's a big tip jar there. And it said, tips appreciated. I was like, yeah, I bet. I want to put one of those at the, hey, if I work on your car, tips appreciated.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think the worst was going to Vegas years ago. Everywhere you went to Vegas, it was expected. And remember, leaving at the airport, you walk up to the airport. Oh, you already got your boarding pass. It tells you what freaking gate to go to, all that crap. And there's a desk there, and okay, let me check. Oh yeah, you're gonna go right this way. And then they're looking at you like, where's my money? It's like, you didn't do anything but your job.
Yeah.
It's just absurd. Just everywhere.
The love for giant portions.
Yeah. I've and it's funny because man, my parents have some friends and they don't care where they go and how good the food is. All they rave about is how much they get.
I
You
know.
know, it's like, oh, we got so much food and the portions are huge. Was it any good? But
I
the
don't
portions
know.
were huge.
Yeah. The next on the
Great.
list is America's love affair with ice.
Ice,
Yeah.
yes. They don't Europe. They don't understand why you want cold water all the time and ice and for
Yeah.
everything in your water. And yes, yeah, we're crazy about ice here. That's true.
The obsession with college sports. Yeah,
I could see that. And there's no
dude.
reason for it.
I'm sorry to you sports fans. Me and Evan are not sports people. I will watch sports. Like I've been kind of watching the NHL, but and that's because my boy played hockey. So I'm kind of interested in hockey a little bit. I like watching a little hockey. I don't mind a baseball game every now and then, but I don't follow anybody. I couldn't tell you who plays on what team or
I just don't understand what football has to do with education. Are we there to like hit the books and learn something? And what does it mean if your school has a great team? Okay, great. How good your education system? Because this is a college. It's just it's so secondary, but yet that it's such a high focus on the school. Oh, their team this year and this team, and these big Ivy League schools. It's sick.
yeah, right, I
and
know.
and you're graduating a dude who rarely ever sees a classroom because he's working out all the time and he's got tutors on the side that are helping him write papers and whatever. And they
Yeah,
rarely, I mean, there's some that really get educations and come out of it, but for the most part, these dudes are rarely in the classroom. These high level sports figures, man.
yeah. 11
Yeah,
thing.
I my freshman year, sorry, my freshman year when in college, my roommate was a wrestler, and he would be gone all the time on these weekends, and they'd leave on a Thursday, and he wouldn't get back till Monday sometimes, and I'm like, this dude's missing half his week all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty wild.
These are 11 things Americans do that puzzle even other Americans. This one, dude, tuning in to over the top local news. I'm going to read this. American local news broadcasts often feel more like high stakes thrillers than simple reporting. Dramatic music, sensational headlines, and in depth coverage of minor car chases make even mundane stories seem urgent.
Yeah, the news is turned into hype and ratings and
The news is responsible for programming a lot of people that
well, yeah, pretty much.
don't know what the fuck they're talking about, and they see something on the news and they believe it,
Yeah,
and
it's on the news. Why would they lie?
yeah. Vanity license plates. That doesn't bother me. I don't give a shit. You want to get vanity plates, that's kind of Karen-ish right there.
If it doesn't cost any more, then what's the big deal? I mean, if
Yeah.
you can go in and get it and it's not, it's personalized, it doesn't cost more. Why not?
I kind of like this one. Pharmaceutical ads that seem like sketch comedy.
Yeah, it shouldn't have pharmaceutical ads on TV. Period.
Oh, that's some of these.
That's just not good. It just leads to problems.
I hate this one, man. Tons of flags everywhere. Fuck you. Man, I love my country. I fly a flag in front of my house. I got, shit, I got a shirt with a flag on it. I got a flag tattoo. Shit, I'm proud of my country. And I'm proud my son served this country.
Yeah, it's something different the rest of the world doesn't really do. I guess it's I got no problem with it.
No, I mean, hey,
What's it hurting? What's it hurting?
nothing. And Evan, I tell you what, we're
Mhm.
getting close to an hour. Folks, next week we are going to be on Teams unless I find something better. Uh, that one, we're going to mess with it, but we only get an hour. So sometimes we go over. On that one, we won't be able to. It'll cut us off on an hour.
Yeah,
So,
it'll keep us from getting long-winded.
yeah, because sometimes we do. Evan, I'm going to get us a question of the day. I like the thought provoking question of the day. Let's see. For adults, oh, 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 what's a valuable life lesson you have learned from a difficult experience? If the experience is too difficult, you do not have to reveal that.
Man, it's just I'd say one of the biggest things in life. One of the biggest, like, keep your mouth shut. Don't say anything about anybody to, to anybody.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
man, I said something about a girl I was dating once, and I said this to my friend, and he told his brother, who was friends with this this friends with this other, and it's just one of those things that went in circles, and it's just like, and it wasn't anything real bad, but it was just one of those things like, learn to keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, that's a good one. That is a good one.
That's one I can think of right now. You know, there's all kinds of basic stuff, but you know, you
I
learn growing up little lessons. But that was one of those that's kept with me forever. Don't, you know, watch what you say to everybody, because you know.
I think mine would be extremely careful who you put your trust and your time into. Um, I was a garbage man.
Absolutely.
I was a garbage man for a company for 17 years, and I was going to leave after 10 years. I was getting ready. I put in 10 years with him. I told him, I was like, hey, man, I kind of want to go do something else. And he told me, he's like, hey, man, stick this out with me. We'll both retire with some money, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, 17 years later, and I just bought a fucking brand new, not a brand new truck, but a new truck to me. It was expensive. It was $47,000. So I buy this truck. I'm making good money, and the dude sells out. I didn't want to go to the new company. Number one, because they piss test. I ain't gonna lie. I like to partake in a little smoke every now and then. It's legal in my state, so I like to do that. And to be have a CDL, you got to have a DOT card. Well, they test for that shit, so that's not what I want to do. I don't want to quit smoking weed. You know, sorry. Um, so yeah, and then the dude, uh, pretty much, I got nothing. I got nothing. So, I I I sacrificed a lot for that company. Uh, I had a shoulder
Hmm.
re I had a shoulder rebuilt. I did it on my insurance. So it should have been workman's comp, but I would have got a check. But I did it on mine to help him out, and I kind of got screwed on the deal. So,
Yeah, yeah. That's a good one. Be careful.
yeah, I mean, just watch your ass because nobody else is going to watch it.
That's true. The only person that can really watch out for you is you.
Yep. And listen, the only person that can make you happy is yourself. Nobody else can make you happy. You got to do what you love. And, you'll get there eventually. Just keep grinding. Keep grinding. Anyway, Evan,
True. Yeah.
it's 9 o'clock. Let's go on, cut this down, and tell these beautiful people goodbye.
All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us once again. Moving to a new platform next week. Hope everything goes well. Hope we can do this split screen. I hope it works out. I used Teams years ago, and I don't remember it being quite like this. So we'll see what we can do, and hopefully we bring you great quality entertainment.
Yeah.
Continue to.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys so much for checking us out, man. And, tell your friends if you like it, man. We don't talk politics or too much. We don't like either side, so, that's why we don't talk about them. But anyway, gang, peace. We love you. We'll see you next Monday for another fun-filled episode of the AlfromDtown&Chili442 Show. Thank you again. Episode 161 is now officially in the books. Peace.
Later.